Oh, you good. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you are now tuning in to the Six Man Convo. Doo-doo. Baby, I got your money, don't you worry. Say, hey, baby, I got your money. Oh, hey, what's going on, people? What's going on, people, man? Hey, your boy Six Man K Styles in the building with the Six Man Combo, as you already know. The Silver Fox was with you in the building. And to my stage left, as you already know him as Senator Palpatine, aka Mad Mike Sports.
I be here. I be
Hey
on
man,
it. I be
what's
on it.
going
On it.
on, Mike? How you doing this evening, man?
I'm good. I be on it. I be on it. I be.
Hey,
I be. I be on it all
hey
day.
man, hey, shoot. I be on it on. Shit, I had a good day, man. Spotify done blessed me with some throwback tracks today that put me in a good mood. Hey, um, so let's go ahead. You already know how we do it, Mike, man. We got those three special words for the people.
The real roll. Woo.
And you already know, DJ, hit it. All right. So we had to let it drop for a second. Hey man, so today's roll call, we're gonna kick it off. And we got Pat Norris at the pole position. We got Bubba Gump, Terry Lloyd, Gemini Man, Pamela Johnson. What's up, Monty? How you doing? We got ATL Leo, Georgia, Texas boy, Michael Walker, John St. Clair. We got Yusuke Knight, we got Trauma Locks, we got D Coleman, we got Sonya, we got my peoples in here. We got Jammerous. Hey man, Mr. 58 in the building. Mike, I do got one thing to say about Mr. Jammerous as well. He's part of the reason why your algorithm on Instagram fucked up too. You sending me some stuff. So you blame
No,
him.
I ain't playing that on him. That's your ass. I'm not fine that.
No, I'm dead and serious. I'm dead serious.
Mm-mm.
Forget you too then, Mike. God damn it. I'm gonna mess your
I'm
algorithm
not
up
buying
soon
that.
as we get off this
I
motherfucker.
got it from you. You fucked up
Man,
my algorithm.
well, I done found about 4 clips today that's gonna mess it up even more. Stay tuned. We got Brian Peoples, D Sloan, we got Chicken Holler, we got Southside 12. So be sure when you come in, make sure you go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, as we already got something coming for you tonight. So hey man, I wanna know before we start this show, man. I want to definitely give a shout out to the people like I said, who's always done stuck it with us through the good times and the bad times over here. So we definitely these shows is definitely our way of showing you that we appreciate y'all takes as well as y'all participating in these shows, even if we agree or disagree. So let's kick this thing off tonight, man. Hey, how's everybody watching doing? I hope everybody's had a good day. Hey, we got another villain in the building.
What's going on, kiddies?
They said D. Kobe says, I'm the type to have penguin slap fights on your algorithm. It's funny that you say that. This is one of the reasons why he's still mad at me about that.
Penguin slap fights.
Yeah, the last video I showed him was a UFC fight with two fighters with no arms. So,
look,
Yeah,
look.
that's why I'm not buying anything else. That's your fault.
That's why I'm still having nightmares of the chicken nugget people rolling around in the wrestling ring.
Hey man, hell, I messed my own thing up, man. I don't know what happened, but you know that's gonna be a long story. We got a show to do. Let's see. Shout out D Sloan said, "What's up, fellas? Y'all awesome. Thank y'all for putting out great content always and telling the truth, nothing but the truth, no matter what. Keep y'all thing. Keep doing y'all thing. We definitely appreciate that, man." And Gemini man said, "Hey, what's going? Acknowledge me." I ain't gonna tell you no lie. That Roman Reigns hoodie that Atlanta acknowledged me, I got that shit on my damn bucket list right now. That shit on my.
That is classic. I'm telling
you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. As we already know, tonight's episode we got two topics. Like you said, we got the Atlanta Falcons fan culture. This is going to be part 3 of that conversation. And we have a question that I was actually asked at work today. I said, I might as well go ahead and make this into a conversation in itself. So without further ado, I don't really see too many things breaking right now per anything. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this topic. As we already know, the numbers have been put out as far as what would be perceived as draft compensation for a Justin Fields, and you already know that thing is, people are still running around with it, hoping to get him, and what is that hashtag bring him home. Now, for that draft compensation, I think they said it was 2 2s, a 3, and a 4 next year. I think plus a player too. I'm trying to paraphrase. Don't too much quote me on it, but I know it's something like that. And I asked the question. Jayden Daniels' name is kind of a hot commodity as far as the Atlanta Falcons here as well. So, out of these two quarterbacks, if the Falcons decide to go this route, which route would you rather take? And since the Joker is here, I'm gonna let you go ahead and run point on this, man. What you got?
I'm going to go with Jayden Daniels. And here's why, because I'm going to take a page out of my brother's book, Mad Mike. Number one, Jayden Daniels has yet to show anybody what he has to offer, what he's capable of being in the NFL. Justin Fields has shown me absolutely fucking nothing. And I know that's going to be harsh for some of y'all Justin Fielders out there, but he hasn't. Because, and let me give y'all some realism. I said this before about quarterbacks that go from college to the NFL. They have bad habits. And you either have to break those bad habits or you have to embrace them. Meaning that they're good, you got to make sure they stick with it. But also those bad habits translate throughout the career if you don't correct them. What has been corrected with Justin Fields in his career? He still has bad decision making. Now, he's an athlete. I will not take his athleticism away from him. He has bad decision making. His quarterback skills when it comes to reading defenses, when it comes to learning a playbook, that kind of discipline, he's lacking. And you guys have seen it time and time again this season where talent has run into experience and has gotten knocked off. And time again, you've seen him run into experience or run into games where people got his number and he gets knocked off. Now, I know y'all going to say, well, he beat the Falcons. Yeah, he's going to have a good game or two. That's you can't get away from that. Everybody has a good game in the NFL. Everybody has a stretch where they do well. But if you add up the amount of good he's done in his tenure, there is no way in the world you going to tell me that we need to give up all of that for him. And you cannot tell me with a straight face, with nothing factual, that him coming to Atlanta in the current status that he's in, with you can put as many weapons around him as you want to. If he does not mentally develop past where he's at right now, he's going to do the same dumb stuff in Atlanta. It's not going away.
And before you continue, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Dre Murphy. He said 2 of his cousins got shot today.
Oh man, no.
We didn't want to hear. We need to hear that, so we got prayers going out. Everybody got their prayers going up for you, man.
Yes, sir.
Sound like it was over some damn foolishness that your cousins didn't have no reason to get involved in.
Right.
Well, or what I mean by some foolishness from somebody else, and they had to pay. They paid the price. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Like you said, hopefully everything go good for them, man.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully the worst doesn't come. I'm just say that. Everything I'm saying right now ain't making no sense. I wish,
bruh. Look, my heart goes out to you and your family. I wish your family peace and comfort during this difficult time, bruh. Just know you in our prayers over here.
Okay, right.
But back to Justin Fields, man. He, like I said, I will not take away the man's athleticism, but Mike always stresses when you get to a certain point, you have to become a quarterback. In the classic sense of being able to go through progressions, being able to learn how to read defenses, being able to get to the point where the coach trusts you enough to where you can call audibles when you see stuff on the field in real time. You got to be able to put the ball where your players can get it and only your players can get it. And he hasn't shown that. You know what I'm saying? And as much as some of us out here want to like him because we think he's popular or we think he's quote unquote going to be good for the culture, let me stress to you again, the only culture that should matter right now is a winning culture. All that symbolism that some of y'all looking for, y'all can find that on Sesame Street. Y'all can find that on Reading Rainbow. Y'all can find that on Captain Planet. NFL, it's either win or lose or go home. That's the only culture that should matter.
Oh, all right, hey, hold on to that thought, Juan. Hold that to that thought, Juan. Hey, Mike, what's your take? What's your take on that? What's your take on the question? Justin Fields, Jayden Daniels. Cause Juan, you done hit up on something too, and I want to save that for a little bit later.
Okay, bro. Appreciate it.
You done hit on something. What you got on the mic? Silence is deafening. Silence is deafening. What you would do is what is he saying?
That's that I told you so face.
Exactly.
that's that I told you so look on his face.
Do I really have to say this again? Because
mean,
didn't I say something about Jayden Daniels being the most qualified quarterback in this draft? Didn't I say he's the best and more aggressive passer? And then if you did not see ESPN earlier today, where your boy who K Styles loved to hate, um, Mel Kiper pretty much stated almost exactly word for word what I said. He's the most aggressive passer in this. He can make all those throws. So I've seen what I can see. He doesn't have mechanical issues. He has he has what I think a little bit too much courage. Um as far as his athleticism is concerned. Like you gotta realize you still a quarterback and you're not a running back anymore. And I think that's the thing with Jayden Daniels. But I've said about Justin Fields, he's not a quarterback, he's an athlete. And I say the same thing about Lamar Jackson. He's not a quarterback, he's an athlete. Until they show me they can consistently put up numbers, you'll never be a quarterback.
I know Joe
So
not mad. I know Joe not mad did not just say I choose Felipe Franks.
I saw that. I saw that.
Go ahead, Mike. My man, that shit that hit me out of nowhere right there.
no, that's it. Like
Okay,
until you show me that you can be a quarterback, why should I get behind Justin Fields? He's showing me nothing. He's showing me
right,
nothing but inconsistency. So I'm not going to get behind him until he actually shows me something. I can't get behind somebody that I've seen do the exact same thing year after year after year. That's not consistency.
right,
That's hope. I don't do hope.
right,
If I want to do hope, I draft the hope. Okay, I'd rather draft my hope than worry about somebody else's hope.
Adrian Thomas with the 4.99 super chat. We definitely appreciate you on this one, man. He said been watching Dayton since he was a high school elite 11 camp. Player for player, Jayden is a much more developed passer while offering athleticism. Um, hey man, that pretty much, like you said, it's pretty much what Mike said on that, man. We definitely appreciate it, man. I mean, a lot of people are saying that too, but like I said, just for me in itself, I'm gonna attack it a little bit differently. There's a reason why I said that trade conversation at the beginning between Justin Fields and Jayden Daniels. To be honest with you, I ain't touching Justin Fields with a 2-foot pole. I'm, like I said, I'm treat him like one of them butt ugly girls at the prom that ain't getting no dance. But essentially, where this decision comes down, where this comes down to, is you got to look. Like you said, the draft compensation says enough for itself, and for the simple fact to where you literally have a 1-year decision to decide if you want to give this guy a contract or not. And you already know it's going to be north of what Daniel Jones got. I think way more north than what Daniel Jones got. So you're banking on if it was Chicago or the coaching staff in Chicago that's been holding him back. So think about that. You're talking about a possible 170 to $200 million plus 3-4 draft picks
For
for
somebody that maybe.
for a quarterback that I could get in this year's draft with a draft pick. Hence Jayden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I can get the same type of quarterback and still use draft capital in the first couple rounds to build this team up exactly the way I want to. I'm not turning that down for jack shit.
On top of that, you can mold him.
Right. You got You got 4 to 5 years to mold him exactly who you want. Um, so it said Cam getting poo pooed on TV. But Jayden Daniels got a couple concerns for me as well, and none of this is based on his skills. There's two concerns that I have when it comes to him. The first concern is he is susceptible of taking too many shots.
Mm.
Because the one thing that concerned me about him was every week when I turned on TV to look at highlights, he getting knocked out the game somehow. Not all the time, but quite a few bit of games. But then the other thing that you have to look at too is you also have to remember down at LSU, they literally have 2 of the top 10 wide receivers in this year's draft at wide receiver 1 and 2.
Mm.
Which is another aspect of this game, of the situation that nobody really talks to. Because remember, Malik Neighbors is I think he's the number 2 ranked wide receiver in this draft, and I think Brian Thomas Jr. is the 10th ranked wide receiver in this draft. He might be like 9, 8. He's anywhere between 8 to 10. So you got playmakers there as well. Now, that's not knocking on him and what he can do, but it's just something that you have to pay attention to.
Mm.
Because we've seen, well, at least he didn't go to Alabama. That like I said, we've seen that a lot with them. We've seen that with a lot of these. Actually, to be honest with you, we've seen this a lot with a lot of SEC schools. But you got the best talent around you. Sometimes it just doesn't translate to the NFL like that because you're used to having the best talent around you.
Mm. It
But
doesn't. In most cases, it doesn't showcase your capabilities. It just masks them and gives you less. There's less pressure on you to actually show up.
right, right. But like you said, this is why when you see that potential like that, remember he's a rookie, so your potential hasn't even been tapped yet. And you get a Jayden Daniels. See, like I said, you can work on that. Like you said, if you have another quarterback in mind that's in here, he can take that route of sitting a year, possible 2. Do it the right way. Justin Fields, you can't sit that. You got to decide right then and there if this is going to be your guy. So you're banking on 1 year versus 4 or 5 years. Give me the 5-year route, Chief. Anybody else want to add to that?
I'm not paying for no watered down version of a quarterback. Like I'm not doing it. That's it's like he's a watered down version of Michael Vick. If I'm gonna get Michael Vick, I want the real thing. That's all we doing is hoping that he's Michael Vick. That's all y'all doing. I don't want it. Next. There's nothing he does spectacular. We've seen many quarterbacks in this league run fast and get first downs and run for 1,000 yards. We've seen that before.
Right.
As a matter of fact, we haven't seen it as much as we have because he can't throw it for shit. Like let's keep that real. He can't throw, so that's why he's running. But we say all this stuff about him being a great player, and I'm even throwing Lamar Jackson in there. What is he without that defense? We don't know because he's always had it. One thing I do know, he's never thrown for 4,000 yards before. We like to label all these guys. We like to label all these guys legends and greats of the game when they're doing everything but being great. Y'all do it all. Y'all are the greatest spokesmen of them all. You try to tell, that Mel Kiper is the best spokesman. No, y'all motherfuckers the best spokesman for Lamar Jackson. He had 250 combined yards, and y'all act like he won. He had a game where Julio Jones had 300 yards receiving, and Matt Ryan had 500. He didn't come halfway to those numbers, and y'all put him on the pedestal and say, "Oh, he is him and I is him."
Mm-hmm.
Y'all put him on the pedestal for being halfway decent.
But say Ritter ain't it, and he putting up way more numbers than him.
He did. I mean, that's a fact against the playoff team. He did that. The playoff team is Houston.
Mm-hmm.
He put up 400 yards. Yeah, almost 400 yards himself against that same team. But he ain't it. But a guy that put up half 250 yards, y'all say he is him. What is him at?
Where's the rest of you?
Yeah, I just want to know where the rest of them. It's like we praise guys for doing half the job, but want full pay for doing half the job. Just saying.
What I would give Lamar Jackson credit on is he very efficient. Um, like you said, as
Define
far as
efficient.
huh,
Define efficient, because people probably don't know what that means.
I said efficient. I said
Yeah,
he yeah. So his efficiency to me is he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. Um, the problem with the conversation when Lamar Jackson comes up, and this is kind of what bothers us over here, is always nobody else on the team matters. And let's keep that a bean.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the Baltimore Ravens, nobody else on that team matters but him. And that's a damn shame too. Because you can show love to Lamar Jackson and show love to the Baltimore Ravens. Problem is, y'all ain't doing that. A lot of y'all ain't doing that.
Oh, okay, Styles, may I say something? Because I just want to get something straight. And
Hold on, let me get this super chat out the way, man. Shout
okay,
out to
yeah.
Bubba Got Beats. He said showing some love to the six man. Definitely appreciate that with the 20 spot.
Okay. People got a problem when I say that Ritter put up more numbers than the people that we just called out because he did factually. But what y'all like, and I'm gonna piggyback off what K Styles said. Y'all seem to forget that without the O line, Lamar doesn't run for anything. Without receivers, Lamar doesn't throw that ball downfield to make plays. Without that defense, Lamar can't keep them in games because there's nobody to stop the other team from scoring. I don't care how much you like a quarterback. I don't care how much you like his numbers, his athleticism, or none of that. Without the team, he does not perform at all. Period. You can get mad, cuss, say we lying, whatever. You cannot get over the fact that it's a team sport. Whether we like the players or not, whether we're going to give you the stats on them or not, other parts of that team make it to where they look good.
Right. And this is kind of the same thing that I say about Josh Allen. And I'll be honest with you, Josh Allen is actually to me, he's actually worse than Lamar. Josh Allen is one of the most reckless ass quarterbacks I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't talking about just reckless throwing the football. He's just reckless at every goddamn thing. It's just something don't look right. But the thing is, they call it him being a warrior and stuff like that. Like, I don't see nothing warriorly about it.
Hmm. Hmm.
People
It's
have
just,
chosen.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You could literally say that about every quarterback in this league. I mean, like you said, we can love the quarterback position. We could put it on the pedestal, but at the same time, at the expense of at the expense of a lot of players that's in this league, a lot of teams in this league, it's like people tend to forget that there's 52 other men on this damn squad on these squads. The
Let
one
me ask
thing,
y'all something too, Kev. I got a question after you finish.
hold on, hold on. I'm gonna just say it like this: y'all not finna disrespect my offensive lineman out here like that, man. This motherfucker put in too much. They are the most vital part of that of the offense is the offensive line. They more vital than the quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been consistently saying that. Go ahead, Mike.
Let me ask y'all a question. There's something that I always say when we talk about being a quarterback. A quarterback number one gift is that he has to be able to put the team on his shoulders, come back right. I don't think anybody can deny that. So what if a quarterback never has the opportunity to do said job, to test how good he is? You see what I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the numbers right here, and I'm trying to figure out when the last time this guy had. I don't see anything. So I'm going through. I'm on week 12 right now. I'm looking for that game where Lamar had that to just put the team on his back and come down from 3, 4 scores and throw his way back into a game. When was that? See what I'm saying?
Uh, if I remember correctly, just don't etch it in stone for me. But I think they said they've never trailed, but like maybe half a quarter all year.
You see what I'm saying? That's what the true greatness of quarterbacks come. When you're down, you're the last resort. The defense is playing bad. You down 2, 3 scores. When have I seen Lamar Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we saying it's like we got to give credit to that team. Got to give credit to that coach, to the defense, the special teams. They never put him in a position where he has to be that guy.
Mm.
So he's one of
He
the most.
he can naturally be himself and naturally progress
Mm-hmm,
because you have the system in place for that team. A
mm-hmm.
system which has been in place since 2000. It's
So
the
what?
same formula.
So you mean to tell me that Lamar Jackson benefits from a functional team,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
a
Yeah,
team where he does not have to necessarily carry them on his back,
yeah,
like most people will lead you to believe?
right. And like I said,
Wow.
and that's actually a good thing too, because what it does, like you said, what it does is it takes that pressure off your shoulders, so you
Mm-hmm.
can naturally evolve into the guy that you are now.
But that's what a credit to K Styles was saying that he's an efficient quarterback and he doesn't make mistakes. That's where he shines.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he shines as a
Right.
quarterback.
Because if you look at it, because besides those numbers of him, of the pass yard numbers he had, you always notice he has a 4-to-1 touchdown interception ratio every year. So that efficiency in itself right there is actually one of the best in the league.
But
Uh-huh.
but you know what's funny about that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the recipe for every successful team because it's universal. If
Mm-hmm.
the team is functional, the quarterback can number one be themselves, and number two, you minimize mistakes. Now I'm going to go to us. When our team was functional,
Mm-hmm.
Desmond Ritter looked a lot better. When we played against the Texans, we were functional.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond Ritter just had to do what he did himself.
Right.
Now, yes, he had mistakes as all rookies do. But if you look at it in the totality, a functional team allows the quarterback to actually develop while they play. They can come up with stuff, they can do stuff, they can learn on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we keep telling people you don't want your quarterback having to carry the team. Because if you do, there are issues involved.
I'll give you another example of the very same thing. The motherfuckers they going up against. Patrick Mahomes literally went through that same process right now. That's why when we was talking about last week about team culture and having that team system, that identity, these is where a lot of these players benefit from. All the
Mm-hmm.
top players, like you, all the top players, they benefit from a system that they come in. Like you said, the talent is going to determine how far it goes up,
Mm-hmm.
how far they go. But as far as the system itself, it alleviates that. Patrick Mahomes is in a system where he doesn't necessarily have to be great because it's already a proven system. They've already won with that system.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he just elevates his game to another level, which makes the team a lot better.
And it needs it.
Mm-hmm. Lamar Jackson is the same way. You're not necessarily needing to be Batman, but what it does, it naturally progresses you and it helps you develop further by having a system around you. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I tell you somebody else that this did not benefit from. Dak Prescott.
uh,
Dallas had a system in place before Dak Prescott. Well, even within the first 3 years of his career, they already had a system in place. The identity was run the football, play action, manage the game.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dak did his own thing.
Let that manage it. Let that develop into something. As soon as they changed that philosophy in Dallas, that's when the grits hit the pan.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Archer.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing it with Jordan Love right now. Jordan Love is in a system that let him develop. It's a consistency. It's a consistency here. Like I said, the Green Bay Packers. I said it last time. The Green Bay Packers since 1992 has only had 3 quarterbacks start 15 plus games in a season. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Favre came in right away. Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years and then played. Jordan Love then sat for 3 years and now he's playing. That's a consistent, that is a system. And this is where the Falcons right now, this is why the Falcons struggles have continued the last 5 or 6 years, because we don't have that. You have to build that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have the right guys to build that with. We have a foundation, but we haven't built that culture, that consistency to where like, okay, no matter who's here, we got these guys in place to help this guy succeed.
So what you're saying is the Falcons haven't stood on their system long enough for it to work for them.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say something too, because let me get the Lamar sexuals. Um, let me talk to y'all real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just because somebody says something about the entire team doesn't necessarily mean you're putting Lamar down. Let me
And
say
that
that again to you, Lamar sexuals, okay? Just because we're speaking up for the team dynamic doesn't necessarily mean somebody's shitting all on Lamar. The problem is y'all tried to put him at the forefront when there's always been a team. We literally just saw how many teams this year, this playoff.
Ooh.
The defense didn't play well. The offense didn't play well. Everybody label them gods and then turn around say quarterback didn't perform well, did they?
Nope.
The defense didn't perform well, did they?
Nope.
When are we gonna get that same energy and that love to these defensive linemen that gets sacks? When we gonna get those same defense? When the last time that we've been talking about any other defensive player of the year outside of Aaron Donald? When the last time we said that?
Because
Do y'all bust a nut saying, "Oh my God, look at Grady Jarrett with that tackle for loss"?
Mm-mm.
No, you don't. You say,
Because
"Oh my God, look, you see that spin in the open field? B. John Robinson, Lamar Jackson." That's what we say. When the last time y'all guys say stuff like, "Hey man, this is a hard-nosed, hard-hitting game. This is straight up defense, hard-hitting defense. 10-9, 13-14." When do we praise those guys? When do we praise a guy like Laquel London for being an absolute demon in run stop? When do we praise those guys? When do we praise the tight end, the offensive line coach for helping develop the offensive line from the Falcons that we see? How about we talk about go to the 49ers team and then do we talk about the offensive line coach that helped put that system together for a guy like Kyle Shanahan? When do we talk about this guy?
It ain't
So
sexy, Mike.
Brock Purdy is literally benefiting from the shit we talk about.
this is what we talk about. So just because somebody won't give all the praise to your boyfriends, I mean, let me excuse me, all right, to your best player, your favorite player, okay? This is what we're talking about. We're talking about the team dynamic. So just because I'm yes, I am belittling what he did because that defense literally gave up 10 points. Ain't nobody talking about it. We talking
Right.
about MVP Lamar. They
Right.
gave up 10 points to one of the best young offenses in the game, and we up here praising Lamar.
Right. And it doesn't matter how much you're in your feelings. We're never going to put Lamar on a pedestal above the team. I don't care how mad you get. I don't care how much you cry. I don't care who you go tell. Real fans of football understand it's a team dynamic. And to put a player on a pedestal above the team that supports him, gives him the ability to shine like that, is delusional. And anybody in this chat, I'm talking to you. Delusional.
And this ain't a shot. We talking about. We like to talk about everything, and everything is gonna be all right. Why? Because he got a
And,
defense. He
and,
got a
prove,
special team.
and prove it. You literally just missed the whole point when I was talking about Patrick Mahomes. So
That
you're
right
doing
there. That's
you're
right
doing
there.
right because
Right.
Yep.
right now the Lamar Jackson name is such a trigger point that nobody really gives a fuck what we're saying right now.
Mm-mm.
But we're going to
That's
say
fine.
it anyway.
Yeah.
Every top quarterback in this league right now that you have seen has benefited from a system. That's why I always say it's always a system thing.
System.
Josh Allen's in a goddamn system because they've been building that shit in Buffalo for 7+ years.
The
Yep.
same head coach.
Mm-hmm.
They just swapped out offensive coordinators. Joe Brady's the guy now.
Right.
This is what we're talking about. Everybody's so focused on, oh, Mike, you not giving Lamar credit. Why should I give Lamar all the credit when he got one of the greatest special teams kickers of all time, if not the greatest? They always have a good special team. They always have a great offensive line. They always have a good running game. They always have a great defense. They've been having this for over 33 decades.
So the final question is before we get to the last topic of the night is let's take Lamar Jackson out of this conversation. I want to ask everybody this question. Let's take Lamar Jackson. Let's take Patrick Mahomes. Let's take all these names out of the conversation. We're just going to go by position. Do y'all really care about all 53 guys, or do you only care about one guy?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We still fighting over the same head coach. Who gonna be the head coach? You against this guy. This guy against this person. All because of one position. We're not even thinking about the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams guy, the wide receiver coach, tight end coach. We don't care nothing about that. All we looking at is what face value. This is like see every time it's just all about trigger words. Anytime somebody say Matt Ryan, anytime somebody say Mike Vick, anytime somebody say Lamar Jackson, anytime somebody say Justin Fields, you instantly get triggered because you don't want to hear the substance behind what we're saying. Nobody cares about the substance. All you hear is, "Yep."
All right. But all this is being said to is because it's going to go into the last part of the show. I think we got about, we got about 10 more minutes. Um, it's fan culture.
Mm.
Fan culture. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's fan culture. What does fan culture consist to you?
Man.
Because
Oh,
we talk about the Atlanta Falcons and the culture of inconsistencies. 3 head coaches in the last 5 years. 5 OCs in the last 6. Well, last 7. Almost 5. Definitely 4 in the last 5 years.
Hmm.
You're not going to win it. You're not going to build a winning culture.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
That's what the call no not the Colts, but the Carolina Panthers are dealing with now. They thought they had everything solved when they drafted they one quarterback. And they quickly
Mhm.
realizing that you need a running game and you need an offensive line too.
Hmm.
They're not about to go. Chuck here said the Ravens are not going to the Super Bowl because of special teams. You do realize the last Super Bowl they won was because of special
That's the
teams, right?
thing.
Yeah.
Because that's the team.
but this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's fuck everybody else. The quarterback position only matters to this to with this kind of comment right here. And this is the stuff that we're fighting.
Do your homework. You got to do your homework. But the fan
With,
culture, pretty much, I can sum it up in 2 words:
what you got?
impatience and clout.
And patience and clout. Ooh, do tell.
Mm.
Do tell.
Nobody, nobody wants the process. Nobody's patient enough for the team to develop. So they want whatever makes them feel good right now. And clout, they want whomever they feel, and listen to me closely, whomever they feel is going to make the Falcons appeal to the media.
Mm.
Are we really? I don't know if we actually asked this question. Why is it so important for the Falcons to get Justin Fields?
Ooh.
Like we actually talk about, all right, why is it so important? Why is it so important to you as a fan to get Lamar? That's because we always talk about what we like and what we don't like, but why is it so important for Falcons fans to get have Lamar or Justin Fields?
Mm.
Mm.
Did I pull the case out? Did I pull the case out?
Yes, you
Mm.
did, Mike. Yes,
Yes,
you
you
did.
did. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Mm.
Because hold on, let's see. I'm trying to put it in a way. And like I said, and Chuck, once again, you falling exactly to what the hell we've been talking about. He fell into it again. Like
Yep.
you said, when trigger words are hit, people gonna fall into it. So
Hmm.
that means so that means that you missed the whole 5-minute tangent of giving him props to negate You negated that part
Mm-hmm.
because you got triggered that we not saying he's the best quarterback in the league.
Mm,
That's
mm,
exactly what I'm talking about right there.
mm,
That's the funny thing.
mm. If I may, can I ask both of you guys something? Because this is in concern to what Mike said.
Go ahead.
Does bringing in Justin Fields or Lamar Jackson guarantee Falcons wins?
We don't know.
Okay.
That's why I asked that question
We
because
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
everybody want them, but nobody's telling us why is it so important. Like I know why it's for me, for an experienced head coach or a coach that has a plan. Hiring a guy that has good assistance behind him. Like I know, I really don't care if he's young or old. He has to have a plan behind him. So everybody keep telling me like we need to get it. We need it. Why is it so important for the Atlanta Falcons to get Justin Fields or Lamar or someone similar to them? We keep telling that we like them, but we don't know like why is it that we like him? Why is it? Why is it that he's why is it that that type of quarterback is important when you look at the game itself as being won and lost in different ways?
Like I said, Chuck, once again, you've literally sat here and negated the last 15 minutes of talking points because you got hit by a trigger word.
Oh God.
And this is hilarious. Did I mention Jared Goff? Did I mention Brock Purdy? Didn't I
Mm-hmm.
say those names? Didn't I say
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I did. I'm gonna ask the people in the chat. Did I mention these names? Not even 5 to 10 minutes ago
Mm-hmm.
about them benefiting from a system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a fan poll on that. Did I mention any of these names about fitting into a system and having the system let them develop into the type of guys that they are?
Mm. So on top of that, here's another question for the chat.
Hmm. Hold on, hold on,
And,
hold on,
and
hold on. Hold on. I need some more names.
okay,
I need some more names. Hold on. Let's see. I see three people said I've already mentioned that. Um, hold on.
you,
See if we can see if anybody else remember if we said anything about this.
somebody said you clearly. CJ G2K said you clearly did.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hold on. Let's see. Let's see a couple people. Let's see if we get a couple people. Did I say that? Because I distinctively remember saying that for all the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And, and CG2K said it best right there. That is an example of selective
Selective
hearing.
here.
Selective hearing. That's
Drop
exactly
the
what we're
mic.
saying.
Drop
Let
the
me just
mic.
say something right quick. Let me say something right quick before we kind of wind it down to get the tie.
Mm-hmm.
But this is exactly what we're saying. You're only triggered by what I say or what K Style says about one say if you're in need or you worried about one particular aspect. That's the only time
Mm-hmm.
you are triggered. You can't
Mm-hmm.
trigger me if I'm worried about everything.
Right.
We're talking about everything. We
Mm-hmm.
talking about quarterback, the fullback, the offensive line, special team, the holder, all that. All that goes together. The coaching staff, all that goes together. We're only quote unquote holes because we're not saying something. We're not speaking your same language. Sometimes, you gotta, get out of your little small box and try to figure out what's underneath or even above it. Get out of your box, people. It's okay to come out of your box. It's okay to try to listen and hear what other people are saying. This is why we have an open forum so we can
Mm-hmm.
come in and hear what you have to say. Okay. So, but get out of your little small box. Get out of your small box and understand why we're saying things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care if you like what I say, but what we're always going to be honest, and we're going to take the time and listen to people. We're gonna
Right.
be honest, and we're gonna take the time to listen and connect with that person.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I think I distinctively said,
You did, K Style.
I know I
You did.
distinctively said that I'm sitting here, I'm looking, I'm like, hey, man, I remember saying, let me repeat one more time what I said. I distinctively said that you have a system in place so the quarterback can naturally progress to his next fullest potential, his next level. I
Mhm.
think I remember saying that.
Yeah. And what they heard was quarterback, quarterback, quarterback. Nobody else quarterback.
Right. And look, Chuck said it's not true. There's a conversation. I came in late. Exactly. You didn't even ask the
Hmm.
context of what we're saying.
Yeah,
You got triggered because we didn't say Lamar Jackson is God.
yeah. That's what it comes down to.
That's exactly
Anytime,
what it's.
anytime you saying something that's less than, if it's not favorable, you're deemed a hater or a complainer.
Mm.
Right.
Can I say something? Can we
We got
get out of the mindset of can we get out of the mindset of wanting to be right so bad that we ignore or overlook the obvious information being given? Because
mm-hmm.
that's what this boils down to. You are giving your soul to this show to just show you are so right about that one particular issue, and you basically skipped over everything you could learn about it. We don't know it. We don't know it all. We don't claim to know it all. But we being right is a subjective matter. But only reason why we know what we know is because we study. And if somebody that knows more than we do, we sit back and listen. We don't listen to answer. We listen to learn.
Listen to learn. Listening is an art form. Listening is a absolute skill in itself. Some people listen, but they don't listen. Some people feel, but they don't feel you.
They hear you, but they not listening. And that's the best way to put it. That's what
Right.
you exactly saying.
Hmm. So maybe y'all you probably just go back and look at the episode again, watch the replay, and really sit down and understand what. Try to figure out. Take notes. I take notes all the time. Shit, I got a close. Look, I threw away a bag about this freaking big of just notebooks.
Right.
It's okay to listen.
So, yeah. Because at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck about nobody else but the quarterback on these football teams. That's a damn shame. And I've been having this issue with football fans for years.
That part.
And Chuck said we've been wrong all year, including this Lamar topic. Oh, you talk about the same guy that damn near cried on live because we said we wasn't all completely sold on Bijan Robinson. You talk about that. This the very same look, the very same year that you said fuck Tyler year and damn near cried on live. Yeah,
Chuck, man, we appreciate you for coming
we
on. We
we,
we
we
know we
appreciate
know we know good and well you go back and you listen to this again and you learn something. You just don't want to learn in front of us. That's all. We get it.
that.
We
Yeah,
understand, bro. It's a pride thing. It's all right.
it's a
Don't worry
pride
about it. We still love you though.
thing. So man, y'all make sure y'all go over there to the LockNet podcast, man, and definitely check out the fellas. Like you said, you got Blackberry over there. No Ty, I think Ty may not be feeling good. But we got the AFN family over there. So y'all make sure y'all go over there. So until next time, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah, dig it.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you do got to do your homework and get the hell out of here.
Ooh, and Mucho called his ass out. He said he takes what y'all say here and say it on other podcasts.
Ooh,
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 got him,
ooh.
got him.
Wow.
So you do learn, don't you, Chuck?
Get up and get down. 911 that's told on your ass.
Yeah.
See, he said y'all still stuck on this Algier shit. Let that go.
Oh, so he just admitted that he was. All right, we go ahead over to the MF. You just
Hey,
admitted it. Damn, boy.
hey,
You
look.
just admitted it.
Hey,
You just admitted
hey, look, what's the new phrase? You did it to yourself.
it.
Surprise, surprise.
He said, "Y'all still stuck on the top." You to say, you to say, remember, you this like you said, you want to remind us of how wrong we've been. We're reminding you how wrong that you was about Tyler Algier too. So you can't say that you was 100%
And you're
right.
still wrong.
Look. We gonna do a flashback of that episode where this same guy said, "Fuck Tyler Algier. He could be gone for all I care." And then turned around literally a couple weeks ago and said Tyler Algier is an important piece of this team. Like I said, we've been wrong, but we've admitted when we were wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about you, bro.
Oh, man.
Oh Lord, they getting on this ass. They said you creating content for other podcasts.
Not John. You got John getting on you. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Boy, you get boy. And hell, John said, hey, is this about being right or wrong?
You know what? I'm gonna be look, shout out to all y'all run tell dads. We love y'all. Thanks for showing. Thanks for coming in telling us we don't know nothing.
And you know what? That probably explains the why so many motherfuckers been trying to deplatform us since we started. This right? Damn, boy.
Oh man. Deuces.